All right, all. Welcome in to another live stream. We're doing these every day during the week, Monday through Thursday at least, 6:15 Eastern time. And be sure to subscribe, like, share the button, share the clip, share or the button, whatever you want to share. Any place you choose, right? Spread the word, thumbs up. We'll get right to it. Get your requests in. Think about what you want to see. I'm going to cover Bitcoin and altcoins first. Right, as far as market cap, I want to show you something. Right, try to start off with something that I think is relatively important first, and then we'll get to requests. I'm doing these live streams, daily, just because I think it can help more people than just doing random, Bitcoin videos or Chainlink videos. I'll still continue to do those time to time, but while the markets are boring, right, those aren't going to get many views. Not like we're going to get many views here, but if I can help a few people along the way and you can have something to, tune into during the week, if whether or not your favorite other YouTubers are, that are way ahead of me, aren't putting videos out, you can say, hey, I know some guy that's streaming right now somewhere in the US at 6:15 Eastern time. All right, so here we go. Welcome in. Chainlink, we'll get the Chainlink. We'll do Chainlink first after this. But so we're looking at altcoin market cap. So total 3, right? This is everything in crypto. Minus altcoins, or excuse me, minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right? What the hell are we talking about? Let's get it together. All right. So looking at the volume here, right? After our move down, right, from high to low, altcoins already have gone down 30%. And also keep in mind, this is not every altcoin known to man. This is the top 125 by market cap. So if you didn't know that, now you know. So high to low, we've already gone down about 30%. Okay, we're now back up a little bit. But look at these closing prices. If you put this on line prices, right, we have some interesting things happening. So we have the move down, and then we're still putting in lower lows and lower highs. But I'm arguing that this is more bullish than bearish for several reasons. First and foremost, this kind of pattern, which we're going to look at a similar one that Bitcoin did, right? Where you fall down and then you keep going lower, right? Right. That's bullish. Backed up by, look at the sell volume going down. And as of the past couple of weeks here, this sell volume is underneath our average volume. All positive, all bullish right there, right? The only thing that's not bullish is the price so far, but this kind of pattern tends to be more bullish than bearish, okay? So back this up further, right? We can go back and look at Bitcoin, right? So let's go look at Bitcoin. Same kind of chart. We'll keep it on the weekly. This is a weekly perspective. And going back, right, it's a little bit different scale, right? Let's remove the volume here. Going back to the end of the cycle here. End of the bear cycle, right? We start to fall down, right? See this little mini version here, right? Does that look familiar? This move down, and then we start putting in lower lows and lower highs, right? Very similar and kind of fractal of where we are now in the altcoin market, right? See that? Similar moves. So pointing this out, not that the lows have to be in, but I think if they're not in, they're relatively close by for the altcoins. For the altcoins. All right, so in the next couple of weeks, even if we go down first, I think, we could at least get some kind of a bigger bounce that we haven't seen in, quite some time. So hopefully you found that somewhat interesting, or what do you think? Are we going to Nuketown, right? We're also holding this 21-week EMA. Looking good there. We're getting squeezed by the 8 and the 14. So something's got to give here relatively soon. Are we going to get a big move up or a big move down? I think we'll get the move up, but I don't know if we're going to go down first or not, right? If we're going to have like a final scare or shakeout before we end up going higher. But I think the lows are relatively close. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the low wick on altcoins, 558. So we'll see if that ends up holding true. Whether or not we close. If we close below the 21 EMA here, then I would close under 600 billion. That would be a little bit more weak. So just trying to play the odds here. That's all TA is useful for, right? You're just trying to prove your odds. All right. Oh yeah, I heard Roaring Kitty's back, so that's why GameStop and all that shit's pumping again. If you didn't hear, if you don't know who Roaring Kitty is, I'm sorry. There's Netflix. There's literally a Netflix movie about it. Yeah, if we go lower, I think it's might be our final all aboard call for whatever we get, whatever you want to get, right? Whatever altcoins are at, right? If we move down again, like could be the biggest kind of trap of all time, and then back up again. So, a lot of altcoins down 60, 70%. Like that's how much do you want in a bull run here, right? Don't be too greedy. Okay, so let's get to Chainlink. Then you can get some more requests in the chat there. All right. If you're new to the stream, my name is Chase. I'm a level 1 CMT, which just means Chartered Market Technician, which just means I've had some by the book study, right? Just like a piece of paper that college gives you, right? I've just had some formal studies, a couple hundred hours of it. That's all. I do this full time, and that's that. So let's get to, and I have a Chainlink neon sign. So how can you doubt that? So let's get to Chainlink on the weekly. We're still holding this line here. This zone, I should say, right? We've been talking about this zone since November, right? We've been here. So this just makes it more of a key level for Chainlink. So if we lose this, that would be significant with a close. And keep in mind, we could have like a deviation where we've seen on some coins where they come down, then they kind of just do this, right? And Chainlink even did that kind of at the bottom here, right? This little thing, right? Something like this, right? Where we take out the swing lows, but very, yeah, let's get a proper draw. Talking about CMT, and then I draw some squiggly lines, right? So you see that? Maybe we do that again. Or maybe a lot of these coins, right? Where you get this kind of fake out trap, and then that's it. So we could absolutely do that again on Chainlink, on many altcoins. So don't give up and be like, oh, well, shit, we closed under here. Now we're going to 4, right? So don't do that. We could very well repeat that, right? Patterns tend to be fractal in nature. Look how long of many test points we had in this zone for Chainlink. Not quite as many as this 500-day period, but, to each their own, right? I don't know what that means, but so if we get a scare out, right, that's probably all it is, right? Down Chainlink from swing high to low, down, over 45% there. So that's actually better than most, right? I've seen many coins, even with higher market caps, that are down 60, 70%. So don't lose your shit, right? Just if you're in Chainlink, you've got the patience of a rock. So yeah, don't lose sight just yet. So I think we're just retesting our lows again, right? And if the lows aren't in with these wicks, this low wick at 1196, I think we're relatively close. So the 10 week, or excuse me, the 200 week, words are hard, is right just south of $11 right there in that pink. So maybe we end up like doing a trap down there. So there you go for Chainlink. A little bit of a summary there. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for the words. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. I'll keep doing it as long as someone keeps watching. As long as I have one person, we'll keep doing live streams. Every day, 6:15 during the week, Eastern time. Do 30 to 45 minutes every day. No big deal. I think these are more entertaining than just regular videos. Let's do Tesla. If I miss your request, just type it again. I probably just overlooked it. So let's go Tesla. We're down here somewhere. There we go. Go back up to 170. Nice. Okay, let's look at the monthly first. Okay, so and look at the tap off of the 100 week, the blue line. I wonder where we could expect it to bounce again. Probably the 100 week. So each, normally in crypto, each coin has its own respective moving averages that it likes to, bounce more or reject more than others, right? So you want to treat each individual stock and crypto for their own individual charts, and not just assume that, one moving average is going to be great for all moving averages or for all stocks, right? So where did we bounce last time? Even though that was at the zone here, and I think we talked about this last week, that the next area of interest would be the 100 week here, right? So 147 went a little bit under that. 138 is the low. But so far, so good. If we come back down again, I wouldn't doubt that. We could definitely come back down again, but this zone is going to be resistance until we can start to flip it to support. That might sound obvious, but look at the EMA 8 in the red here crossing down, and now at verge of crossing the 50. Excuse me, this is the monthly chart, the 100-month moving average, right? That's a pretty good spot to buy. 100 months, like what kind of average are you wanting, right? You can buy back the past 100 months. You could have bought right here. And we just got another rare shot at that. So the 100-month EMA. Now, the 8-month EMA is getting ready to cross the 50. That would be a bad sign. I wouldn't doubt like maybe we could bounce here, but I'd be a little bit more skeptical that that's just not something you typically want to see. An 8 crossing a 50 on even the weekly, right? You don't want to see that. And we've done that way the hell back here, right? That was your sign to kind of get out if you were in profit. I mean, that was kind of your exit, right? See how it bounced right here? I know it's hard to see, but see that the red line and the green line, right? It bounced. When those cross one way or another, that's usually a sign to either go all in or get all out. So if you would have exited right at that point, right? We closed that weekly at 212. Right? And then you kind of wait for a rough bottom, right? If you got out at 212, right? You didn't sell at the Pico top, but still 212, you would have saved you some money. And then you wait for some kind of a bottom or a great sign of a bottom, like, I don't know, let's say the 100-month moving average. You got out at 212, and you could buy more with no more additional money at 140, 145, 147, 150, anywhere in there. Would have been a pretty good spot. So the monthly moving average at the 100, right? It's pretty strong. That's where we bounced. We hit it back-to-back months. We could very well do that again, right before trying to find a macro bottom here. So we could revisit this, right? Stocks, I generally recommend holding for a much longer term than crypto. I think stocks is like 3 to 5 year outlook minimum. If you're trying to swing trade stocks, I mean, why not swing trade crypto? It moves faster, right? We're under the 200 week, so we're a little bit more bearish here. So, yeah, even though we're bouncing and we bounced off the 100, I wouldn't fade the downtrend just yet, because if you're under the 200 week, right, you should be immediately bearish bias, right? If you're under the 200 week, we just rejected off of it a couple weeks ago, right there at 198. Also, that key pivot psychological 200 level. So I would say until we get back above $200. I'm skeptical that we're not going lower first. All right. Having said that, right, you've seen the monthly and the weekly. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Still putting in lower highs, lower lows, right? We're in a clear downtrend since up here. Down 54%, over 50%, let's say comfortable 50% off of the highs. All right. All right, I like that question. I'll get to that question in a minute. Chainlink for Bitcoin. We'll get to that in a second. Let's get to Solana. I want to do Solana. It is up here somewhere. There we go. Solana's up a bit. Looks kind of very similar to the, well, it's no wonder because Solana has such a high market cap that, you can look at the total 3 and Solana and they look roughly similar, right? The move down and just kind of hanging out down here. Squeezing up between the 21 and the 8, right? Look at that. So Solana is a big mover, right? When it moves, it moves. I mean, we're down to $18 last fall, and it made just a subtle, almost a 12x, almost 11x. But it did 11x, almost 12x, right? 1100% would be the 12x. Amazing. Down now with as high a market cap as it is, it still went down 45%. But look at where it reverted, right? It held right at the previous breakout swing highs and now flipped to breakdown swing lows. That's a strong sign. That's what you want to do. If you come down, right, you don't want to give that away. That's like going through the basement floor. Like, there's bad stuff down there. You don't want to get into that, right? If you go upstairs and fall off the roof, just go right to the attic, right? We're good. I don't know what these analogies are. But When we go up again, right? Obviously, there's only one point, right? Let's take out 200, get the swing highs, right? There's nothing else to really target in here, right? We just kind of fell right down here. So give it some time. We shouldn't be closing back below this zone. Absolutely not. If we do, right, 110, right, there's likely some trouble afoot, and Solana's probably not the only guy getting its ass kicked. So that would have to go down to like 50% plus, which sounds like other coins have done that. Well, no, Solana's got a much higher market cap than other coins, right? So I would say if the bottom's not in, I would put an order in, not financial advice, but I'd like ordering at the 21 week every time, right? And I've talked about this for years since I've been making videos. In a bull market, you have open orders in at the 21 week, whatever coin you want, and you will often get your fill. And we've got it like three weeks right here. You would have got some 21 week EMA buys. You can still do that, certainly with strong coins. Now, I don't recommend that with every coin, but coins that you want to get, strong trending charts. I mean, like this, right? This is a strong trending chart, strong example. 21 week EMA. If we go down lower, right, 130, that's a pretty good spot. And if we go higher, right, there's no targets except for new all-time highs, right? That's what we're looking for. Local highs taking out 200 again. Let's see what a fib would look like here from these swings. So the 1618, 70. If we go back up again and take into new highs, like we're probably got some blue skies until somewhere around 250 to 270 area. Right? That's Solana. There was another one in there. Bitcoin. Right, so we started off a little with Bitcoin. We can go just do it briefly with Bitcoin, right? You always want to be tracking Bitcoin, right? This is what we do every day, every morning in our Telegram group. We update Bitcoin because you need to know what the hell Bitcoin is doing if you want to know what your altcoins are going to do, right? Bitcoin's dominance is still stupid high, 55% and rising. It's almost up 1% today. That's big. So Bitcoin still like trying to find its floor here, right? How many times have we been here over the past couple of months? Like often. 60K. We could go down again. I wouldn't surprise me if we get one more fake out, shake out, move down. Maybe even lower. On the weekly chart, it's so much lower for this zone. Like I don't know if we're going. I don't think we're going this low. I'd be shocked if we go that low. If we do, we're likely in this for months. But the silver lining would be like the market cycle is going to be much longer. We're probably going into mid to late 2025, even 2026 if we go down here. But I don't think that's the case. I think on the daily chart we have a better spot, like the 200 and this little zone right here. Looks if we go down more, right? It's a big if. So if we go down more, this would be like where you'd want to load up, or where I would load up, right? Personally, not financial advice. And whatever altcoins are at, right? If Bitcoin's going to go down, 15% more, imagine some altcoins will likely be on a fire sale at that point. And it could happen quick, and then they could recover quick. And the coins that are going to recover quick, the ones that are doing better than most right now, like Render. Render is swimming upstream. Just look right now at the charts. Render, Solana, those will recover quickly. Bonk maybe even, right? Some memes are doing great today. Pepe's doing great. We looked at inverse head and shoulders playing out on Pepe. Right? That's why Pepe's doing excellent. I think it's up like 20%, right? Whatever the hell it is. Okay, it's only up 11% now, but let me just show you real quick, right? So the shoulder here, right? There's a head, there's another shoulder, right? You can put it on a line chart and make it even more easy to see there. But then here's your neckline, and then you get, result of this is why we went bonkers. Because all these orders get auto-filled after these wicks, because if you're a pattern trader, you trade after the pattern confirms, not before, not trying to anticipate anything, and you have all these orders fill immediately and pumps like crazy. So there was the neckline breakthrough and, skyrocket. So in like just today alone from low to high, it was like 35% move. That's pretty epic. All right. So wherever we were on that next coin request, we'll keep it moving. We'll skip USD yen for this time. Maybe next time. I want to or maybe we can come back if we got some time at the end. Link to Bitcoin, right? Let's go look at it. And most coins right now are down against Bitcoin, but Link is a special boy right now against Bitcoin. It's just in a dumpster fire. So do you do it now? It's at like kind of macro support. There's the weekly. Like the place to do it was literally like any time over the past 3 years. You could have thrown some Link over to Bitcoin and probably been better off than you are right now. But I wouldn't generally recommend, selling anything at, multi-year support levels. And we're kind of there, right? At the 2000 Satoshi level here, right? We're back there now. But you also have to keep in mind, like, that could break. And if it does, we don't really have any structure below this. So who knows? I think the end is relatively near for a lot of altcoins to be getting destroyed by Bitcoin. So whether or not we have another kind of one final more move down, but Jesus, look how look how much I had to zoom out to get to. We're down 87% against Bitcoin from the highs, right? This is how well Chainlink did here against Bitcoin and US dollar, right? It was just epic. In that 2019, 2020, Chainlink was like #1 ever anywhere. Not so much the past several years, certainly not against Bitcoin, but Chainlink's not the worst against Bitcoin. I shit you not. So there's our slow support. Would I recommend it now? Probably not if you've waited this long. Here's our breakout. So once we get it back to above like 4,500, then maybe we get a move. A bigger move, like, something like that, where like alt season hits and then, maybe Chainlink can 2x against Bitcoin, right? Or something like that. That line out. But certainly this is, looking like triple top, triple bottom, right? Look at the test points. We got one over here, one here, one here, and then area there, area there, area there. So we're just ping-ponging for, just a casual. Let's take a measure move. 735 days. Ping-ponging between 2,000 and 4,000 Satoshis against Bitcoin. Not your favorite coin to be holding to, right? Your coin should be gaining on Bitcoin. Right, so you can go look at a lot of coins, right? Chainlink's just not done well against Bitcoin over the past several years. Right? It's literally the same spot it was 2 years ago against Bitcoin. Think of that, right? So we love our boy. We love our boy Chainlink. We love our boy Blue, but it's not looking great. And look what else is going on. The 100 week just crossed under the 200 week. Okay, so that's never happened. Obviously, Bitcoins have been around as long as Chainlink, but typically not what you want to see. So, do you do some? I don't know. Like I said, like we're at major support. I wouldn't doubt that we can go lower, but you'll have to weigh that option, right? I don't know if I could pull that trigger right now at this point. Now up here, right? If we get up here again, maybe you offload some Chainlink into Bitcoin there. Right? Generally speaking, you want to sell only at resistance and you want to be buying at support, not the other way around, which is conversely what majority of people do because they base everything on emotions. It's down, I'm just going to get out, and then it pumps, right? Or it's way up, it's going to keep going up, I'm going to hold on, right? And then it dumps. So you got to kind of reverse your thinking on that and, trade like a robot and not like an emotional Beverly Hills 19-year-old, whatever that means. All right, Quant. I think Quant had promises, but I feel like it's not panning out as quite as well as y'all thought. Right, so damn, another slow mover. I think the last time we probably talked about Quant, it was back here a bit. Not doing a whole damn lot, is it? Right, so you can have the best fundamentals ever, but if it doesn't perform, then sometimes you just got to shoot the horse, right? The legs were broken. How well is it going to do? It just doesn't seem like it wants to move, right? High, lower high, lower high, lower high. Lower high after lower high after lower high. Yikes, right? So maybe a silver lining is like you're kind of coming to a decision point here. Maybe you've just made the decision in the past couple of weeks. If you see that, right? Converging lines here. Like if we lose this, I mean, there's only one spot to look at, $50, right? I don't forecast that, but there's 85, right? I like horizontal lines much better than diagonal. So I don't think you should use diagonal lines as support and resistance, just FYI. I'd much rather you see you using horizontal, right? Support and resistance. But resistance for quant until this is flipped to support. I mean, you got to think of that as resistance. And you could even like paint that as resistance, right? Or even, this old damn zone, right? So yeah, there's definitely better horses out in the market there. I don't mean to ever, knock on anyone's coin or hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to help you as much as possible. There's much better deserving coins for your money to be in than this one. It just took out its swing lows. I mean, that's rough. Now, if you're still in profit, right, which I doubt, but all right, the only way you're in profit here is if you bought in this 1 month window, right back here. So if you're down just a little bit, right, maybe consider putting 20% or something into a faster mover, like Render, or maybe just throw a dart at the chart board, and you could probably pick up something better performer than this, right? Swing lows. I mean, look at that swing low. It went to $82. I don't even want to look at what the drawdown is on that, but I bet it's well over 90%. I just don't see a whole lot going for this, right? Chart-wise, right? Maybe it's going to be the next Amazon, but the charts don't look like this on Amazon, right? So that's why I almost never read the news. I don't really care about fundamentals in crypto. If it's a great project and it has strong fundamentals, it'll show me in the price. If it doesn't show me in the price, I don't own it. Right? I don't care. So show me the price or I'm not buying it. That's just generally what you should be doing. And the longer you're in the market, the more that'll make sense to you. New traders often scratch their head at that. And how else do you pick coins? You wait till they start getting strong trends. We picked in our Telegram group, we picked Fetch, Ajax. These are the ones we picked before they were up 10x this cycle, right? Just look at the strong charts. I mean, go back and look at Render, even back here, right? At the early stages, these kind of gains early on, right? I'm not saying you pick these dead bottoms, right? You don't know where the bottom is. No, I'm not saying I got it in Render here, but after we started talking about Render, after this move, right, when we didn't know any of this else shit was coming, Render was still one of the strongest coins here, a year ago. These are still excellent gains. This is how you pick coins, right? Show me the money, right? Go back and find a handful of coins that were up 600% from January to May of 2023. No, right? This is why we pick Render. And then this is what you get for picking strong charts. Not gives a shit about fundamentals. If it's a great project, it will show you it's a great project, right? So don't fall to that trap, right? Every project is promising for the white paper and fundamentals, right? If it's going to be great, it's going to be great in the chart. Until it has a great chart, not for me. All right, so sorry to go off on a tangent there, but sometimes I feel like other things need to be said. All right, let's see what else we got. The flannel. Well, I just stopped doing. I'm just not doing many updates in general, right? Because the price is the goddamn same it was a week ago, and a week ago, and a week ago, and a week ago, and a week ago, right? We're at the same damn price we were in April, and April, and April, and April, and May, and January, and December. So if you're wondering, why don't we have any more updates? It hasn't moved. It doesn't move. That's why. All right, H bar. We can do H bar. Holy hell! What the hell happened here? I think we talked about this maybe a while ago. But that seems like a news event driven right there. That's holy hell. 100% in a week. Pretty strong. All right, so our fib, let's look at our fib for H-bar. The 1618, 53 cents. We're looking at roughly 400%, 5x to get to that, right? Areas of interest here. Drag this over. Make it a little bit more easily viewable. Okay, so H-bar didn't really respect any of these fibs here, right? But, these kind of wild pumps don't tend to respect. So Fibonacci is just also, by the way, just the areas of interest. You don't want to be taking these as etched in stone, do all, end all, be all of everything, right? Just areas of interest. The 0.5 is generally where you'd want to flip to gain more traction. If you can close above the 0.5 on any coin, generally you're going to pick up steam to the upside there. But you look at these swing lows from 2022, the bear market, now kind of matching very close to the swing high here, right? So people probably been holding since back here, trying to just exit, relatively close and get into something else. But the signs are there. Let's look at this chart, right? A little bit stronger here, right? The throwback here, the retest, didn't really give up this zone, right? These swing highs, right? Pivot low, pivot high, resistance, resistance, resistance. Now support. Good sign. When we move up again, we got to close above there. We have to. 13 cents. That's my only concern. If we go up again and don't hit and don't close above that, then we could get in this, this BS game where we just kind of do one of these, right? So if we move up, let's keep this kind of trend going here, right? That's what I'd want to see for H-bar. We can revisit that and, just request that maybe at the end of this week, and we'll see what it's doing on where it closed. Or, you see this, like, you don't want to see a weekly chart like that, which would be in danger if it doesn't take out that high next, in my opinion. So this just kind of holy bore you to sleep kind of move. Imagine that on this chart, where it just kind of does that for the next 2 or 3 months. So, but certainly cut losses or, get out would be like if we close below 8 cents to me. Otherwise, you're just holding strong and, close your eyes and pray to Allah that, 13 cents comes sooner than later. XCN. If you have a preferred exchange, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll just pick one. Okay. So the chart, what do we think of the chart? We're down 97% still. This is immediately got me a little bit unsketchy. So that was a linear scale, if you're wondering. You're like, what the hell? There's a log scale. So this one's more concerning to me because it doesn't seem to respect the 21-week EMA at all. And now we're kind of pushing back under that. We're back under all moving averages. And I mean, just if you need more help, why I don't like it, just put it back on linear scale. It just doesn't look great to me, right? I mean, that shouldn't look good to you either, right? So we went down. Let's make sure we get this accurate. Let's see what we're looking at here. We're at the high close. All right. So the 382 seems to be like where we wicked, like almost exactly too on our move up here, right? So 432, right? So our swing, again, our swing low matches our swing high. Look at this low wick, right? That's not by coincidence. Look at this hesitation here. See that little green candle right there, that blip, right? That the guy that bought there held during all this and exited right there. The whale that had promises. I always envision that. Like whenever I see that on a chart, I'm like he bought there, bought some more there, and sold there. All right. So not a strong looking chart. Certainly, it's better charts in crypto right now. Right, so I don't really approve of this chart. Only up 200% from the lows, right? There's many coins up better than that, but there's also coins worse. So if you're still invested in this, where would I, exit? I mean, if your stomach can take it, maybe you can hold on till there. If you take out those lows, right, that'd be a bad sign. You're pretty much guaranteed to hit that. I don't envision us going down that much more for any of these coins. I don't think it's going to go down that much more, but kind of worst case. So again, high, higher high, low, higher low so far. So we want to keep that trend, right? You want to keep this trend intact, right? You want to, if we go back up, you don't want to put in a lower high, then you're at risk of rolling over again. All right, hope that helps. Good question, Luke. What question from the government is coming out tomorrow? So let's go look at. I assume you're talking about this. If you're not, then I don't care. I think you're talking about the U.S. dollar news. So I like how I assume everything that you're asking is exactly what I'm thinking. But so tomorrow we have 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. PPI. So relatively flat. Expected not to do much. I don't know if you can see that in your screen or not. I can't switch back and check, but go to forexfactory.com. Right, you can maybe find a better place. If you already have a place, that's fine. I've just always used this. It's free. It's easy to see. The red, I call them folders, but it's probably not that. Those are the high impacts. They're probably not even close to a folder. I like the red folders. It's the high alert, top secret folders. Anything yellow is BS and didn't do anything. But if these are way off from expected or forecasted, then you can sway the market. So we have PPI coming out tomorrow. So that could move the needle, but unlikely because the previous, the new are relatively flat and the same. So hopefully that's what you're asking. If not, too bad. That's what I covered. We have some other requests here. Let's get to it. It doesn't have a lot of your coins don't have a lot of chart, or you don't give me the damn symbol. I'm not doing it. Which one? You can't like submit a list of 7 coins. Just put one up there and let me do one. And then if I'm still talking, I can do another. Crypto bubbles. We might be talking about different crypto bubbles, maybe. What do you mean? The one that like shows you the gains and stuff in bubbles, or is it? I'm unfamiliar with exactly maybe what you're talking about. So provide a link. Yeah, let's look at ADA. Okay, ADA, good request. If I have it on here anymore, might have deleted it. Kidding. Here. All right, another concern, right? We're below all moving averages. We're now breaching back below our kind of our breakout highs. Yikes. Doesn't look good, right? I once held a ton of ADA. I now hold no ADA. I probably have a little bit somewhere on Celsius or FTX, but they can keep that one. All right, so we're coming in back into the 236 at 42 cents. That's very likely why we're holding here, right? If we drag this out. Like, look at that. Like, I wonder why we stopped there. Like, fib, right? 236. That's the daily. Go to the weekly. Just structure wise, it doesn't scream strength to me, right? I mean, when you go back below these previous, see this move up, that's great. Then this move down, that's fine. You want to draw a line there. You don't want to see this. That's not good. When you start closing multiple weeks below the previous kind of pivot low and go up high, this is fine. Everything was great until just the past few weeks, it just kind of, fell asleep at the wheel. And now you're upside down on the highway. Your tires are spinning. Your hubcap's missing. I mean, get a new car, bud. Just this, based on this chart, just does not look good. Maybe it turns it around, but it doesn't scream that, right? Just like, it's like maybe my Hyundai can beat this Lambo. Yeah, you better hope the Lambo crashes. We're in a Hyundai right here, right? This is no longer Lambo style. It was last cycle. It was looking great. But we haven't even been able to get above the 0.5 fib here. We're still down. I mean, the swing lows went down 90. That's typical. That's not a big deal. We're still down 86% from the highs, or 85%, right? That's a sign of things probably not to come. Like, do you think we're gonna get another 6x out of ADA? 7x, excuse me. Take that out. I would be hard pressed to believe that. 1618 is at $15. I don't see it happening. 7,000% from the lows. Like, some coins do that. Well, yeah, but not high market cap coins. The second cycle often don't do that, right? So I really don't forecast that. Maybe I'll have to eat my words, but I would be shocked if ADA even takes out all-time highs. Honestly, at this point, based on this chart, not like that is my opinion, but it's like I'm not pulling that out of thin air, right? If we were holding the 21 week and looking strong, and we had a chart like Render, right? And if you're wondering what the hell does Render's chart look like, what the hell is that coin? You should be knowing what the hell Render is. That. I mean, Render. We don't even go off of those lows. Let's go off the January 2023 lows. I mean, from to the high, it's up 3,400%. I mean, even from the low here, up 1,500%, 2,700%. Like, your coins need to be, you know, you're obviously not going to be that strong, but, I mean, shit. If you're not up a little bit, right? Just the trick I like to show. I'll end on this, right? And then we'll do more shows tomorrow. So if you didn't get your coin requested, that's fine. But it's not fine to you, but it's fine to me. Put your chart, start off on Bitcoin. I say this every live stream, but I'm going to keep doing it because I feel like it's important. Put it on a line chart, right? Make sure there's nothing else on it but a line. Okay, now go up here to this plus button and add whatever shit coins you have. You like ADA? Great. Let's put it on ADA from Coinbase. Let's add that in there. Let's see how well ADA is doing against their Bitcoin just since the start of the bull run. So 2023, right back here. Go from December, even the end of the bear market, right there. Okay, Bitcoin is up 200%. ADA is up 8%. Okay, there you go. They're from early. Let's see, that's January. Okay, so this is fair start. So ADA's up 75%. Bitcoin's up 275%. If you're like, okay, well, I wonder what other coins are like. Well, let's look at Matic. Let's do Render. You got to have Render in there. Let's do some Chainlink, right? You can just add them that quickly and easily. And they're color coded for you. I mean, we almost got to take out Render. It's not fair to the others, right? So we'll do that. And if you're holding all of these and not this, like, you're doing it wrong, right? Let's remove Render, and then it gets a better perspective. So Chainlink in the purple, up 137%. Bitcoin is still beating every single one of these coins. So really, from the start of the bull run, you should have just been holding Bitcoin and none of ADA, and none of Matic, and none of Link, if you wanted your best ROI. Certainly not Matic. Not many coins are behind Matic at this point, but at least ADA's above that. Jesus. So great check to, you know, go through your portfolio. Start off with Bitcoin. You want Bitcoin on here. You can color code them differently. I usually color code mine to, like, Chainlink blue, Bitcoin in orange, like Render I do red. Right, if you're going to do it, like, do it as much as you can for the, you know, just so you don't confuse yourself. The color of the coin is, if you can. Like, so, you know, Matic is purple. Like, their symbol is kind of purple, right? So you can do that normally with Matic. Because otherwise you could start to confuse yourself here. Or you could just check it and not be, a Chad. Whatever that means. Just try to throw in some words from my kids there. All right. I guess we'll end it there. About average streams. We have 15 to 20 people here. Thanks for watching this long if you have. Appreciate it. Gonna get the Fiero to beat the Hyundai. Love it. All right. I'll see y'all in the next one, which will be tomorrow, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then maybe Friday. We'll see how it goes. But for sure, Monday through Thursday, 6:15 Eastern time, or you can always watch them back later. Right. So thanks for watching this long. If you have, thumbs up. Appreciate all of you. And I'll see you right back here, same bat channel tomorrow. Peace out.